I do not want to look at myself, that's for sure. So we're going to close this. Close this out. Nope, still looking at myself. Okay. Whoa. I have not been this nervous since probably middle school football. Used to play quarterback, and I would just get so nervous, like debilitatingly. No, that's not even a word. Very nervous to the point where, actually, this reminds me of a story. Just super nervous, like the bus ride to the game and whatnot. I guess I'm getting right into it. But so yeah, I used to play quarterback, but I was the second string quarterback. We had a guy, Alex, who was super fast, just a really, really good quarterback. And so Trevor and I think this was when we were in 7th grade. We just kind of screwed around during the games because we didn't get much playing time. We were the B team or whatever. But this particular game, we were playing Murray, and Alex breaks his arm during the game. He's our starting quarterback. And so Trevor and I are on the side of the field, just screwing around as we normally do. Luna, I need you to zip it, miss, okay? We're live right now. Good girl. But yeah, so we were just screwing around, and all of a sudden, the coach, yells, "Get over here!" And I'm like, I'm just thinking I'm in trouble or something, or like I need to go get a new football. And so I go up. It's like, "What's up, coach?" He's like, "You're in. Alex is hurt." And so, obviously, like instant, super anxiety. But I mean, what can you do? There's no other quarterback. I'm on the team. You got to go. And so I go in. I'm with all the 8th graders. And when you're in 7th, 6th grade, everyone just seems enormous. So yeah, I was just looked like a midget, I think, in the huddle and whatnot. So as I'm playing, I'm just getting more and more. It was just adrenaline combined with nervousness, but just not a good recipe. But I was playing all right, But I'm so negative, or I'm so hard on myself that I just felt like I was playing terrible. And so, but I was playing all right. And so we like get to a quarter or something, or a timeout, and I go over to my dad because he was an assistant coach at the time, and he's like, "You're doing awesome. Like, you're doing awesome, Max. Just keep it up." And instantly, I just started bawling. Middle school basketball, in front of everyone. It was just like, when you're already struggling with something, and then you see your mom or your dad and they give you a hug, or any family member, really. They just it's kind of the straw that breaks the camel's back in a good way. But yeah, I just started bawling. And so, but he says, you're doing fine. You're doing fine. Just keep it up. And so I go back into the game, and I'm literally tearing up as I'm calling plays, which is just doesn't instill a lot of confidence when your quarterback can't even get the words out. Like, quarterback kick out on 2. And they were like, "Max, just you're fine, da. But anyway, that was just rough. But yeah, so that's how nervous I am. I just instantly went into a story. But so yeah, how are you? I don't even know if we have any viewers. It's going to be easier for me if I don't know, and I'm also not looking at myself, which is nice. But this is the live stream. We're trying it out. I've got my fancy little microphone here, so we're super legit. I'm in my room studio. You can see a little bit of it. I've strategically placed this very live tree behind me as sort of an aesthetic. Oh my God, you stupid computer. Hopefully that doesn't happen anymore. But so yeah, if you are tuned in, which probably there are nobody, thanks for being here. I think I can do like chats and whatnot, but like I said, no one's here anyway, so we're just gonna fucking roll. So I am no longer unemployed. I mean, well, it's like when are you not unemployed? Like when you start your first day or when you accept the job? I'm going to go with when you accept the job. That means you're not employed. But so I did get a job offer yesterday working with a remodeling company. So that's super exciting. Going to be learning some new skills and whatnot. But during the interview, which was actually a couple weeks ago, I thought that they had just gone somewhere else, but then got a call on Monday. But during the interview, walk in, shake hands, like, hey, I'm Max, great to meet you. Da, da, da. He's like, all right, sit down, take a seat right here. And the first thing I notice is that they're high chairs. So not a normal just chair where you can sit and have your legs on the ground. It's a high chair. And these chairs were not in great shape. So his chair, we were both on high chairs. His chair had that front bar, like where your legs can sit, but mine didn't have one of those, you know? So I'm already short. I don't have anything to rest my legs on. So what? I mean, that's normally when you just start swinging your legs, but I kind of had to kind of cross my legs and whatnot. Anyway, it seemed like a power move because I definitely felt out of my element, you know? So if you're interviewing somebody and you want to kind of impose upon them or make them feel slightly uncomfortable, because I mean, an interview already you're going to be slightly uncomfortable, but get a high chair, you know? And if you want to take it another step, take that little bar across the front so that they can't set their feet on anything. So it was just awkward, you know, I'm swinging my legs, trying to figure out something that seems relatively normal, but I just didn't like it. I will not do that to someone that I'm interviewing because it just made me feel shorter than I already am, you know. But got the job, so I guess it wasn't too bad. What's been going on? I mean, really, I've just been kind of enjoying the break. It's fun up until, I don't know, you can only go without income for so long before it starts to wear on you, and it definitely started to wear on me. So it's nice to have something going, you know. But so yeah, this is the first live streamed episode. Hopefully we'll do an episode this weekend. I'm not sure who we're gonna do it with. God damn it, I'm bleeding. What is it with why do people like picking their scabs? Is that like everybody? Does everybody like picking their scabs, or is it just me? No, I know it's not just me, but I don't know. There's something morbidly attractive about picking scabs, especially those big thick ones that you get on your elbow or your knee. You know, I don't know why they are thicker than normal scabs, but very satisfying until you start bleeding. Like I'm just wiping with some underwear here. Shoot. This is a lot more nerve-wracking. So this is definitely kind of a trial episode. Like I said, trial by fire. We're going to see if anyone is in. Just me, which is fine, you know? Which is fine. It's probably going to be easier the less viewers we have. Because I knew that I would be nervous, I did write some topics down. So, first off, so now that I've officially released the podcast, I was just re-listening to the first episode where the beautiful women and bad dates, and I just want to address that I sounded very misogynistic in that episode. You know, it was the second episode I had ever recorded, so I was still trying to find my voice or like what I wanted the podcast to be, and I'm still finding that, but I just want everyone to know, and anyone who knows me knows that I don't feel that way, but I love women. All right. They go through a lot. Right off the bat, they have periods. That's just a cost that women just have to have. There's no choice. And apparently they're like tampons are super expensive, which is just fucked up. And they gotta buy makeup and moisturizer. I guess guys should be wearing moisturizer too, but so yeah, I don't feel that way. And not all women expect to be paid like a bunch of free stuff on dates. I mean, I went on a date with a lovely young lady on Sunday, and she did offer to pay, which I thought was nice. And like I said in the episode, that just the offering is really only the thing that we're looking for. But so she offered, and it was nice. But I just don't want people to think that. I don't know. Think what you want. I can't control what you think. I did just want to address that I sounded like a big old douche in the first episode. But I mean, I can be a douche. And anyone who knows me knows this. So, oh man, this is much harder than just sitting and recording. I don't know why. What is it? Like, I'm not even looking at myself, but just the camera, like me knowing that the camera is there, triggers something in my brain. Plus, I turned the AC off, so there wouldn't be that background noise. But now I'm just sweating fucking bullets, which makes me look even more nervous. So, but we're just going, you know. Sometimes you just got to keep going. Actually, all the time you got to keep going. I wish this would stop bleeding. I have a blood disorder called thrombocytopenia, which means that I have low platelets. Platelets are in your blood, and they help your blood clot. So which is probably good. Like if I were ever to get super fat, maybe I would be less likely to get blood clots. But conversely, like even if I shave and I just hit like a pimple or something, because I fucking always have acne, it'll just bleed for like 20 minutes, 30 minutes, like just a little nick. So the average person should have between 150,000 and 400,000 platelets, like their platelet count. And when I got my blood work done, and I got it done multiple times, it fluctuates right around 30 to 40,000, which is obviously way, 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 way low. So if you're around me and I get stabbed or shot, or like my arm gets cut off or something, just know that I'm gonna bleed a lot. So get a tourniquet, take your shirt off and put it on there, put some pressure on there, and let the paramedic know that I have a blood disorder that causes me to bleed way more than the average person. I've never had like an actual, like a big cut. So really it's just annoying because like little cuts like this, like pulling that scab off, just bleed a lot. It's just annoying. But when I do get stabbed, which, I mean, I don't know, what's the likelihood of me being stabbed? Probably pretty low. But, I mean, if I wanted to be stabbed, I could probably get stabbed tonight. Why you would ever do that, I don't know. There's probably some psychos out there that want to be stabbed. What the fuck am I talking about? Oh my god. Yeah. Oh man. So moving it right along. If you have stayed in with the news, I think it was last week or 2 weeks ago, this thing called a derecho hit Iowa really badly. So layman terms, it's basically a land hurricane. And I've got some information on here, but so it's like a bunch of thunderstorms, severe, wait, Yeah, is a widespread, long-lived, straight-line windstorm that is associated with a fast-moving group of severe thunderstorms, known as a mesoscale convective system, whatever the fuck that means, and potentially rivaling hurricanic and tornadic forces. Hurricanic, tornadic. Does that sound right? I don't know, but it hit Iowa really bad. I don't know if anything like that has happened before, but I know the governor, I think, of Iowa requested like $4 billion from the from the government to repair all the stuff. Like, I mean, I no longer own that property, which praise somebody that's up there that I don't own that property anymore. But 2 days before closing, before we're supposed to close, one of the biggest trees in the yard fell down. Luckily, it did not hit the house, which I don't know. I normally have terrible luck, so maybe all my terrible luck, like, it kind of offset it there. So, but a big tree did come down. It missed the house, but I know a lot of other people who were not as lucky. So a derecho, I didn't even know that was a thing, but it's definitely a thing. So it's basically a land hurricane and did a lot of damage to Des Moines. I know that some areas were without power for like a week at least. So I'm sure tons of power lines came down, which probably a lot of damage. But I mean, what can you do? Shit like that happens all the time. You think in the Midwest you're not going to get hit with the hurricane, and then boom, a derecho. Like, what does derecho even mean? Derecho. It sounds Spanish. A derecho. Derecho origin? Derecho. Wait, let's do the translation first. Derecho translation. Derecho is right. So maybe it's not Spanish. Derecho. Is a paper describing this? The word was first used in the American meteorological. Oh my God, meteorological. That just doesn't sound right, but whatever. Journal in 1888 by Gustavus Dietlif Hinrichs, in a paper describing the phenomenon and based on a significant derecho event that crossed Iowa on the 31st of July, 1877. So look out. You know, you think you're safe in the Midwest, but derecho right in your face, taking down all your trees. Whoa, we have viewers. Oh God, this is weird. This is a meta. Speaking of meta, well, if you don't know what meta is something that references itself. Meta definition is a prefix meaning more comprehensive or transcending. Oh my God. Maybe Urban Dictionary. Meta means about the thing itself. It's seeing the thing from a higher perspective instead of from within the thing, like being self-aware. Anyway, so think back to in high school or middle school when you were learning about the Cold War and you saw the pamphlets that were being handed out, like if there's a nuclear bomb, like cover your head, get under your table or your desk or whatever, little graphics and whatnot. But in my apartment complex, they did have some booklets of like how to stay healthy in a pandemic and whatnot. And so it just had a bunch of graphics and whatnot, and it reminded me of learning about the Cold War and whatnot in high school. But now it's like I'm looking at a booklet that looks like something from high school, but it's about like today. probably doesn't make sense, but it's just weird. We are living in such a fucking weird time, you know? Like with the pandemic, I don't know. At this point, it just seems futile. Like I feel like, and I'm still gonna wear my mask. I am a Democrat in the sense that I'll do whatever the majority is doing. The majority has decided that definitely it's gonna slow the spread, but let's be real. I mean, Fred is not cleaning the tables 100% at the restaurants. Like in the Midwest, we're pretty fucking open. We're opened up. Like if you go to a restaurant, you have to wear your mask when you're walking around, but when you're at the table, you don't have to wear your mask. So I don't know. It just seems kind of virtue signaling. It's like if you're sailing on a ship and there's a hole in the ship and everyone kind of knows that there's a hole in the ship, but no one really wants to say anything. So you just kind of go about business as usual. But I'm afraid it's that COVID is just going to be like the flu. It's like every year, like once the vaccine gets out, you're going to get your flu vaccine, you're going to get your COVID vaccine and hope that it blocks it. But so I don't know, but we fucked up. Like it seems like all other countries are just smooth sailing, and who knows how much longer this is going to be. Man, my computer is really making a lot of noise right now. But you just got to keep going. You know, sometimes you just got to keep going. And right now is one of those times. But yeah, strange time. We got the election right around the corner. Guys, I'm fucking scared. Like, it is weird. I was watching some, because the Republican convention apparently is going over 4 days, but I was just watching some clips of it last night, and it's weird. Just does not seem authentic. It seems like just a bunch of robots, and the preview or whatever, or the title sequence that they showed before the convention started, it's just freaky. Like something like that, I think in 10 years is going to be like kids are going to be watching that to show what kind of propaganda people were consuming at this time. But it seems like everyone's got their mind made up. Not many people are not wanting to talk about it, not willing to talk about it. It's just dividing everyone. And if he wins again, like in my last episode with Trevor, he brought up an excellent point that I had never thought of, that when a president wins their second term, it's a totally different presidency, because in their first term, you kind of have to play within the like lines of I don't know. Yeah, like so you can get reelected. Like maybe you can't say or do some of the things that you want to do because you want that second term. But if you're on your second term, you're not going to get another term. But I don't know. I honestly could see Donald Trump going for like, trying to change to 3 terms, which hopefully never that would happen. But on your second term, you don't have to worry about playing within the lines. You don't have to worry about playing by the rules. It's just, let's just fucking go balls to the wall. So I don't know. Take where we're at now, times it by 4, times it by 8. I'm scared. I am actually scared. It is not a joke anymore, folks. This is not a joke. Donald Trump is an authoritarian tyrant that does not represent the majority. He represents rich and pseudo-racist and just straight up racist Americans. And they fucking love him. They don't care what he says. Like the crazier shit he says, they're fucking all for it. And it's just freaky. It's freaky. I am scared. So fucking vote for Joe Biden. Literally, I don't care if he's on his deathbed. We just can't have Trump. And I know Joe Biden he's not Superman. He's not Barack Obama, whatever you think about either of those people. But he's going to bring the country together, at least more so than we are now. Because everything is so polarized. Yeah, you can't even have conversations with people because everyone's just so trenched in their ideals. And I can understand both sides, which is why I feel probably a left-leaning moderate, which I hate that you only get to pick two sides. Like there's 300 million people in the US and we only have two things to choose from. It's just insane. I don't know, guys. I do not know. But fucking vote for Joe Biden. Like I said, I don't care if he's on the way out. I don't care if he's got dementia, whatever. Kamala Harris will take over. It's just Trump is too much of a wild card for right now. Shit is fucking wild, and we do not need a wild president. We need someone who's just going to kind of settle things down a little bit, reel it back in, and get things going. But I understand, yeah. I mean, Joe Biden isn't a great option, but he's better than fucking Trump. And I don't see how people can't see that. But yeah, no, I don't want to. It's honestly depressing thinking about it. But it's right around the corner, folks. So talk to your friends. Don't vote third party. Like I get, in a perfect world, it'd be nice to just be able to vote for whoever you want and them actually win. But in the system we have now, there's two major parties. Any vote for a third party is a wasted vote. So just fucking vote for Joe Biden, all right? And if you do support Trump, literally, if you support Trump, hit me up on Instagram, or if you know me, call me. Instagram will work, anything. I would like to have a conversation. Because, I mean, hopefully you're not a racist. But I think, yeah, that's one of the big draws of Donald Trump is that his ideals and the way he talks lines up with a lot of how people think and how people talk. But honestly, I would love to have a conversation with somebody who is for Trump. And I'm not trying to bash you, because I understand everyone has their own views. I honestly would just like to hear the other side. What's your reasoning for it? Because they say he's done all these great things, and no one could have planned COVID, but he's not done that many great things. He's definitely not helping out the little guy. And he's not helping out minorities. He's not helping out the majority. I don't know. He's just a sleazeball. He's a sleazeball. But enough about top politics, because literally it does. It's depressing. It really is. It's depressing. But it's the world we live in right now. It seems like watching that Republican convention, it seemed like an episode, like clips from an episode of Black Mirror. If you've ever watched that show, it's weird. But it literally looked like, I was like, you could take out clips of this and put it in a Black Mirror episode. And it would not seem weird, because life is just so weird. I actually heard that like the main guy or somebody from Black Mirrors, like they had planned on releasing a season or some episodes in 2020, but they commented that no, we're gonna skip 2020, or at least until things die down, because shit is just like, we're living in a Black Mirror episode. COVID, we've got a reality star as president. Everyone's locked up, wearing masks. It's just freaky. It's freaky. I'm ready for some smooth sailing. Things to just be normal for a little bit. But what can you do? You can vote. That's what you can fucking do. All right. Mail-in ballot, whatever. I don't care. Just fucking vote. Anyway. Republican convention. What else has been going on? Once again, not a whole lot. Going on a boat tomorrow, which will be fun. I haven't been in a body of water since the beginning of, I don't even know. When I got that horrible sunburn, that's when it was. But I don't really know anybody with a pool, and well, now I do. Now I've got a friend with a pool, but summer, you need to be going to a pool at least once every couple of weeks, you know. It's just so refreshing, and I love to swim. I can just swim for, I don't know, play around. My brother, when we were young, he was that, for lack of a better term, like a pool rat. And that's endearing. And so like a pool mouse maybe is better. Sun is in my face, whatever. But we'd go to the pool and play some games, and then say, like, he would always be in the pool for like 30, 45 minutes to an hour later. We just grew up always swimming and whatnot. And pools are just fun. God, I'm talking about pools. You got to get those reps in, you know. I've never done this before. Never had a camera on me while I'm just talking. But you got to get those reps in, those podcast reps in. So, why is it that, like, of all the hairs that you pull, like if I pull a hair out of my head, it's not gonna hurt that bad. Pubes doesn't really hurt that bad. Chest hair doesn't really hurt that bad. Armpit hair, not really that bad. But if you try to pull a nose hair out, it hurts a lot. Have you ever tried to pull a nose hair out? You should try it right now. I think I actually will. I'll be right back. So what is it? You probably have a lot of, what are the things that make you feel stuff? Oh my God. Someone comment what it is. What are they? They're in everything. Like when you cut yourself, it's what makes you feel pain. What? Let's see, it's just Max. You need to work on what makes you feel pain. Let's see, this is just stupid. Now the internet isn't going to work, of course. It's not neurons. Oh my God. Your nervous system. So nerves, that's what it is. So you must have like a lot more nerves in your nose, but it fucking hurts. Why am I doing this? I don't know. Oh my God. How long have we been going? 33 minutes. All right. Yeah, we're just gonna cut this. This has been a good trial run. To those that did stay and listen, bless you from the bottom of my heart. I know it was probably hard to watch. Hopefully I'll get better at it. But yeah, to those that have listened to the podcast, seriously, it means a lot to me. So if you do listen to it, just like shoot me a message on Instagram or texting, or give me a call and just say, hey, I listened to that episode. It's because it just makes me feel good. But yeah, this has been a train wreck. Maybe not. At the end of every monologue episode I do, I always feel like it's shit. So I guess we'll have to see. I know that I'm super sweaty and the sun is probably glinting on my face. I look like I've just ran 5 miles. But I haven't. You know? I'm just really I'm really nervous, and there's no AC in this apartment right now. So well, I don't have anything else to say. Once again, Thanks for listening if you did listen. And hopefully we'll do an episode this weekend, a live stream episode. Oh my God, I'm glinting with sweat. Jesus Christ. Do an episode this weekend. If you'd like to do an episode, just hit me up, literally. Because I'm not going to I'll ask. But if anyone wants to do an episode with me, literally just hit me up and we'll 100% we'll get it going. If we haven't talked in a while, hit me up. Let's do an episode. Catch up. See what's what. Let's share some thoughts, some ideas, and grow through the connection, you know? And I hope that this gets easier with the camera on. It was a lot easier when I'm just talking into a microphone, or my phone, but this is like raising the stakes or whatnot. So anyways, once again, thank you. We'll have more episodes coming out. I'll get a better hang or a better idea of how this stream should work. And hopefully I'm not as nervous the next time, but I appreciate you guys supporting me. Once again, if you have any ideas whatsoever as to what the podcast could be, like Trevor came up with a fun game, a game segment, which anytime I have guests on, definitely going to do that. So if you have any ideas like that, or like I'd like to do maybe a call-in thing where people that are listening can call in and we can shoot the shit while we're streaming and whatnot. But anything at all, just give me a call. And if you'd like to do an episode, just give me a call. So yeah, thanks for tuning in, and I will talk to you soon. Thanks.